Welcome back to Breaking Ground and a very good evening. I'm Siddharth Talia. Now it seems there's no end to the cycle of violence and blame game in the state of West Bengal ahead of the panchayat elections there. Bombs, bullets and blood dominated the nomination process that concluded on the 15th of June. It is for this very reason that the Kolkata High Court ordered the deployment of central forces across the state, but the Bengal government, along with the State Election Commission, petitioned the top court to overturn the High Court's order. The Supreme Court has agreed to hear the plea tomorrow. Now, Times Now has also accessed the petition that's been filed jointly by the West Bengal government and the state election panel. It argues that the High Court had no jurisdiction to interfere in the election procedure and that the direction to deploy central forces in some districts was based on newspaper reports, but without any actually ascertaining whether any actual complaints have been filed. The opposition, however, says that deploying central forces is the need of the hour, highlighting incidents of violence in different parts of the state.
कल हमारे एक कार्यकर्ता का मर्डर हुआ है कैंडिडेट के रिश्तेदार का। उसके पहले तो कांग्रेस के लोग मारे गए, ममता बनर्जी के अनुसार टीएमसी के 2 लोग मारे गए, सीपीएम के लोग मारे गए, बीजेपी की कहीं नहीं है, ना बीजेपी के लोगों से मिले। बीजेपी के लोग तो जबरदस्ती जहां हो रही वहां गए नहीं नॉमिनेशन के लिए, तो इसलिए यहाँ बीजेपी की क्यों बात आ रही है? ये लोग डरे हुए हैं जी, इतना एक्टिव हो गए गवर्नर, उनको तो जगन्नाथ जैसा घर में बैठना चाहिए था। और यहाँ की मुख्यमंत्री खुद बोल रहे हैं कि 2 उनको पार्टी लोग मारे गए, लेकिन पुलिस रिपोर्ट में देखिए वो बोलते कोई खून खराबा नहीं हुआ है, हिंसा नहीं हुआ। ये डबल स्टैंडर्ड है। जो पुलिस मंत्री है, मुख्यमंत्री, वो खुद बोल रहे हैं मर्डर हो रहा है और पुलिस बोलता है कुछ नहीं हुआ है। तो पुलिस सब जानते हैं, उनके सामने बम बंदूक चल रहा है, लोग मारे जा रहे हैं।
देखिए, ये ममता बनर्जी और उसका भतीजा मिलकर वहाँ के लोकतंत्र की हत्या करने का काम करते हैं, कार्यकर्ताओं को मारने का काम करते, पार्टी को दमन करने का काम करते हैं। सवाल ये है कि साफ साफ रहता है इनके नेतृत्व में लोकतंत्र चलने वाला नहीं है। और जिस प्रकार से नाटक और ड्रामा कर रहे हैं और वहाँ पे नॉमिनेशन नहीं करने दिया जा रहा, वहाँ से जान से मार के वहाँ पे बप्पू के हथगोले पकड़े जा रहे हैं। और ये 23 तारीख को इकट्ठा हो रहे हैं, बीजेपी के अगेंस्ट इकट्ठा हो रहे हैं, कांग्रेसी और गले मिलने वाले हैं आपस में। कांग्रेसी तो अपने कार्यकर्ताओं की लाश पर चलकर सरकार का कुर्सी तक पहुंचने का काम करते हैं, वही काम आज दिखाई दे रहा है वेस्ट बंगाल के अंदर। मुझे लगता है कि वहां पर लोकल बॉडी के चुनाव में बहुत सख्त रवैया अपनाने की जरूरत है ताकि लोकतंत्र जिंदा रह पाए।
Now, 7 deaths have taken place in different parts of West Bengal so far during the nomination process for the panchayat polls. The latest victim of unrelenting violence is the brother-in-law of the Bharatiya Janata Party's panchayat poll candidate who was killed in Coach Bihar's Dinhata area. With no end to the violence, the governor of West Bengal, Mr. C.V. Anand Bose, launched a peace room in Raj Bhavan to register grievances of the public. The Bharatiya Janata Party Member of Parliament from Darjeeling, Raju Bista, has approached the peace room complaining of a death threat ahead of the rural polls in the state. Now, following this complaint, the governor has directed the State Election Commission to take necessary steps in the matter.
The peace room in the Raj Bhavan has been opened. Also for this purpose, people should have one place where they have a comfort zone to come and lodge their grievances. More than 500 to 600 petitions have been received here. Every minute we are receiving calls from here and there and also receiving emails, and we are taking prompt action. Prompt action means we alert the competent authorities.
But the governor's decision or initiative to open a peace room hasn't really gone down well with the ruling dispensation in West Bengal, who called it an attempt to run a parallel government.
Law and order is an entirely state subject. It's not the governor's business to visit trouble spot, especially after panchayat elections have been declared. Shukanta Majumdar is free to go to any place. His party people have not been able to submit nominations, and they are also withdrawing nominations where they have submitted the nominations. So Shukanta Majumdar has every reason to worry. The governor should sit in Raj Bhavan and not go to trouble places.
पश्चिम बंगाल में 341 ब्लॉक्स है, 341, उसमें मुश्किल से 3 से 4 ब्लॉक में ऐसे हादसा हुआ है जो आप लोग मीडिया में दिखा रहा है। हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि कोई भी मौत नहीं होना चाहिए, वो दूसरा बात है, लेकिन अभी तक जैसे चुनाव चल रहा है ये एक रिकॉर्ड होने जा रहा है। और जहाँ तक राज्यपाल का सवाल है, इलेक्शन डिक्लेयर होने के बाद लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इलेक्शन कमीशन का अंडर में आ जाता है. नाइदर राज्यपाल नॉर एनीवन इज अबव लॉ. और ये जो पीस रूम कर रहा है पश्चिम बंगाल में ये ज़रूरत नहीं है और चुनाव को टाइम में ये कर भी नहीं सकता है. ये सबको देख के ये लग रहा है कि धीरे धीरे इस राज्यपाल भी इनका प्रेडिसेसर जो है जगदीप धनकर उनको पूरी तरह फॉलो करने लगा. एंड ही हैज स्टार्टेड एक्टिंग एज ए स्पोक्स पर्सन एंड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ बीजेपी.
Now, as per Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of West Bengal, the BJP and the left have joined hands to create unrest in the state. But both the Congress and the BJP, however, feel that it's the TMC that has instigated violence and created an atmosphere of terror. Bengal leader of the opposition, Suvendu Adhikari, shared a video purportedly of an opposition candidate who was attacked just because he dared to enter into the rural poll-free. Take a look.
2 নম্বর ব্লক আমি নির্দল থেকে প্রার্থী হয়েছি মাথুর অঞ্চল থেকে স্কুটিনি করতে এসেছিলাম আজকের 17 তারিখ ডেট ছিল এই 246 মোড় 246 মোড় আমার নাম প্রসিদ্ধ হালদার গনারা বুথতে 45 নম্বর বুথ স্কুটিনি করতে এসে আমার ব্যাগ ট্যাগ সব কেড়ে নিয়েছে আমার মাথা ফাটিয়ে দিয়েছে ঠিক আছে এখানে কোনো পুলিশ প্রশাসন নেই পুলিশ প্রশাসন কেউ এখানে নেই সব এখানে তৃণমূলের বাহিনীরা আছে এরা সব এ করছে মারধর করছে আমাকে বার করে দিয়েছে ব্যাগটা কেড়ে তা এর কি প্রতিবাদ হবে না 2 নম্বর ব্লক আমি মাথুর পঞ্চায়েত থেকে দাঁড়িয়েছি গনারা বুথ থেকে আজ যে স্কুটিনি ছিল এসেছিলাম আমাকে মারধর করে আমাকে বার করে দিয়েছে ব্যাগটা কেড়ে নিয়েছে এটা একটা এর কি রাস্তা বলতে পারছি না জনগণ প্লিজ এর জবাব দেবে একটু দেখুন যাতে এটা হয় একটু দেখুন.
Well, let's shift focus now to the state of Manipur, where the situation remains tense, with fresh violence being reported around midnight last night. An army personnel was injured after armed miscreants resorted to unprovoked firing from the Kanto Sabal area towards Chingmang village in Manipur. The army released a statement saying that the condition of the injured personnel was stable. As the violence won't die down in the state of Manipur just yet, the anger is palpable on the streets of Imphal, the capital, and the rest of the city. On Sunday, residents took to the streets in protest to boycott the Prime Minister's Mann Ki Baat program and also destroyed a radio set in protest. With the state on the boil, the Manipur Chief Minister, Mr. N. Biren Singh, spoke to the Mizoram Chief Minister, Mr. Zoramthanga, on telephone and sought his assistance as well in resolving the issue. Now, during this telephonic conversation, Mr. N. Biren Singh, the Chief Minister, also requested Mr. Zoramthanga to take measures of safety of the Meitei people living in the state of Mizoram. This as people are coming out in large numbers demanding an end to the violence in the state.
We are here in Kanto Sabal. This is within the Imphal West and it's a very remote area that is in the foothills of the hills as well as the valley. And yesterday night, during midnight, there have been clashes here. It's the first fresh instances of violence that we have seen. Yesterday midnight, firing was observed from the hills ahead and from the two sides ahead. And within just a few meters ahead, there is a village where 2 buildings have been reportedly damaged and vandalized, and we have been asked not to cross this particular stop barricade as the situation is really tense here and unidentified miscreants have fired from the other side, and as such we have been advised not to cross this. All further security has been beefed up. As you can see here, a person was trying to cross the area with his scooter. The police have intervened and told him not to cross this area as this is a very sensitive area. This entire area is within both the communities reside within this particular periphery, and as such the security deployment has been increased here. And we got to know that few houses have been burned down, have been damaged, and the local population here has yesterday night had got the sense of the situation because they heard firing shots from two areas. First from the front side and then towards the western side there was firing here, and as such the situation here is really tense. And you can see here the police personnel are coming from the other side. divide here. They have specifically asked us not to cross this line as the situation can be risky here in front of us, and that is the divide that we are seeing in Manipur right now. That is the sense of the mistrust that we are seeing right now, that one population cannot cross the other side and the other population also cannot cross this side. So that is the divide that runs deep in Manipur, and as such we have seen repeated instances of fresh violence, arson and vandalism across the state.
The Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh has now weighed in and called for peace in the northeastern state, calling the situation extremely worrisome. The RSS has said that there's no place for violence and hatred in a democratic setup. In their statement, they also appeal to the state government to ensure normalcy prevails as soon as possible. However, this appeal on the part of the RSS was quickly met with a political retort, this time from the Congress party. The Congress questioned the silence of the Prime Minister and also went on to ask whether this appeal from the RSS was outsourced by the central government to the RSS. The Congress also attacked the Prime Minister over his Mann Ki Baat address over the weekend and asked why he hasn't visited the state of Manipur following, of course, the violence that took place there. Here's how the Congress and the rest of the opposition has hit out at the centre.
Well, the situation in Manipur is extremely unfortunate, and if the problems in Manipur continue to perpetuate themselves, it is going to have implications in the entire northeast. It is imperative that the Prime Minister must personally intervene and must ensure that all the different ethnic factions are brought onto one platform. Peace and communal amity is restored immediately, because if India's border states get disturbed, it has implications on India's strategic stability.
Well, we'll slip into a very short break right now. Lots more lined up for you on the other side. Do not go anywhere.